Yo, welcome back everyone. Today we're making a video about investing in Pokemon cards. I get a lot of people asking me, how do I invest in Pokemon? What do I do? Where do I start? And honestly, it's everyone has a different kind of path. And should you invest in Pokemon? Do you enjoy it? What do you like to do? For me, my story is a little different. I've been collecting for about 3.5 years now, pretty much right after the big 2020 bang. I heard about Pokemon and investing, like all of us, and I sat there and I researched and researched and researched, and I was like, this is crazy. You know what I mean? Pokemon cards, Pokemon. I've always enjoyed the video games, and I did open them up when I was younger, but I never had the money, and my parents never bought me the cards when I was younger. Really, I had a few packs now and then, but I did enjoy it. So I did what everyone else did and jumped on YouTube. And I jumped on YouTube and I started watching videos and learning and learning and learning, realizing how much I missed. There was so much going on. Everyone was opening up base set, Team Rocket, so many crazy things. And that's when the first edition box opened with Logan Paul. So we were all watching these videos, and I saw these prices going up and up and up, and I was like, oh my god, I can make so much money here, because things were going crazy. I don't know if you guys were in it during that time, but things were going wild. You'd go to Target and it was just completely empty. Completely empty. So you couldn't even find things at the store. You'd have to buy them on eBay or an OfferUp or people that already had the product. There was no, I'm gonna go down to the card store and pick up a box of Evolutions at $100 at that point. From 2019 to 2020, things went crazy. I wish I was in earlier. So my story is, I started watching videos, and that's been pretty much what I got into, and Champion's Path started. And I got my first box for $100. I was stoked, 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 stoked. And I got the box for $100, and I was like, this is so cool. And I ended up opening it and not getting the Charizard. And I was like, wow, I just wasted $100. So I bought five more of those. And then I ended up buying two booster boxes. I bought a Vivid Voltage. No. I bought a base set Sword and Shield and a base set Sun and Moon. And I ended up opening up the Sun and Moon one, and it was fun. I got I got the Embryon, I believe it is, the Rainbow, and I just threw away $100 pretty much. And I was like, oh man, that's a lot of money. And I remember I had 5 boxes of Champion's Path, and I was like, this is crazy, you guys. This is crazy. So I ended up selling them and making like $5 each. I don't remember exactly what I sold them for, but I made $5 off each box. I delivered them, and I made $5. I was stoked. I made like $50. Then I started looking at, what was it? Then I started getting the FOMO. I was like, oh man, I need to start buying everything. So I bought 2 boxes of Evolutions for about $350, I believe it was $375. I bought 20. Check this out, you guys. I bought 20 Evolutions ETBs for $65 each. Okay. I bought some of the Champion Packs pins, collection boxes. And what else did I buy? I was buying like crazy. Pretty much anything that was for sale that I could pick up locally, I was buying. And I remember this was probably in the end of 2020. Yes, it was Christmas of 2020. I was sitting there and I had about $4,000 in Pokemon. $4,000 in Pokemon cards, And I'm new in this. I'm sitting there going, man, if this stuff goes to zero, I'm going to lose everything. Not everything, but I'm going to lose $4,000, So I did what we all do. I panicked and I sold. And not only did I sell, I took a small loss, because I was like, if I lose a couple $100, at least I get most of my money back. And I sold it. And I remember 2 weeks later, everything doubled, pretty much. Everything doubled, and I was just like, oh my god. because I had no patience. That's the whole thing about investing in Pokemon, is you have to have patience. You're not going to make money overnight investing in Pokemon. So I sat there and I realized, well, I messed up. This sucks. I could literally had made a couple $1,000s within 1 month of me not even knowing what I was doing. So I went back to my basics and I said, what do I think? Because remember, when you guys invest, you guys should not be listening to anyone besides yourself. And also, you need to do your research. You can't listen to me or any of these other YouTubers and telling you this is going to go straight to the moon, you guys. Because yes, there will be some stuff that goes to the moon, but most of it is just going to sit there and go up slowly and slowly. But there will be some items that go up, like Evolving Skies. We'll talk about that later. There will be some items that will go up, but no one knows what's really going to go, you know? So I sat there and I did my research. I looked at this, looked at that, and I was sitting there. And I was like, I really believe in what my favorite set is. One of my favorites, Evolutions. So this is at the beginning of 2021. I picked up these. Very nice, love them. I think it's a good set regardless. So I picked these up. I picked up a case for $2,100. I paid $350. I believe it was $350. Yeah, $350 a box. And I picked up the case and I sat on one case. And I remember I bought that and I bought a few other things. And my instinct was I could sell these boxes for about $420 to $450. So instantly I was thinking like a Timmy. Just make quick money. Boom, 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 done. Oh my God, I can make $500. $500 is nothing. It's a lot of money, you guys. I'm not saying it's nothing. But in the overall scheme of investing $2,000, $3,000 to make 20% back, which is great, in almost 2 months, it's a lot of money in the average investment market. But what I did was I sold one for $415 to one of my buddies. And I sat there, I had 5 left, and I was sitting there, I was maybe I should keep these. So I ended up buying another one back. So I do have 6 of these still. 6 of them. So I sat there and I bought 6 more. And instead of me selling and locking profit, like everyone said, you can make $500-$600, I kept them, and they went all the way up to about $1,200 or $1,300 a box. So my case went from $2,100 to over $7,500. Okay. And everyone was like, sell it, lock in profit. I said, I don't need the money. What am I going to do? Sell an investment that's making money to buy another investment? I'm already locked in. That's one of the things I'm trying to teach you guys right now is you need to invest in things and be long term, and don't always watch the market. Don't sit there and go on eBay every day and lock in profit and oh my God, I made $100. The whole thing about it is it's a long term investment. If you can't hang on to these items for 5 to 10 years, you should not be in this, because this is not where you should start investing. You need to have your everything together before you start investing in this stuff. You need to have you need to have an emergency savings. You need to invest in yourself. You need to have a career going. You need to have investment in a career. I don't know if I said that already. I always say you need to have some money in the stock market. Have a little bit going there, because this is just like second market. You definitely gotta diversify, of course. But for me, I didn't understand that. This was my first investment ever. So my one investment turned into $6,000 to $7,000, and my mind was crazy. And that's when I started really collecting and learning how to buy stuff and invest in this and that, and everything went crazy. I started buying pretty much everything, which I don't recommend. Do your research. Buy stuff that makes sense. The biggest thing is space. You can't buy everything. You can't store everything. I mean, look how big. Let me show you how big. Let me just show you. Like, let's say one case. So this is a case of ETBs. I mean, booster boxes. Not that big. So these, I recommend buying booster boxes. That right there, where my cat's sitting at, that's an ETB box. As you can see how big they are. They get big fast. So it's all about knowing what to invest in and what makes sense and what you want to sit on. Remember, anyone could buy a box and sit on it, but you got to enjoy the hobby too. You got to believe in this stuff. I have people all the time tell me, oh, I want to invest in Pokemon. You are making so much money. And I tell people, yeah, you could do it. You don't even need a lot of money to invest in Pokemon. You could start from nothing. You could buy 5 packs and just start from there. 5 packs a week, and that's all you have to do. Hey, get off. Sorry about that, you guys. You can invest in anything, honestly. You got to sit there and learn what you want to invest in. So me personally, I started buying everything, and I do not recommend that. I meant learn about products and think about what you want to buy. I got really lucky on some purchases. I was in early a couple years ago. For another example, I bought a team up box for $600. These guys are going for over $2,000 now. So you can make money investing in certain items. But I also bought Vivid Voltage, a case 2.5 years ago for $700, and I think they're still about the same price. So you have to be careful what you buy, and space and everything else. I did lose money in items too because I was just buying everything I can. It was crazy, I was just trying to buy everything. Sorry, I had a message. My biggest thing is, you guys, if you want to invest in Pokemon, do your research. Don't go crazy. Don't FOMO thinking I need to get credit cards. I need to leverage stuff to get these booster boxes, because you're not going to be able to flip them instantly. And the last thing you want to do is buy it and then need the money 6 months later and take a loss. Do not leverage any investment. This is very, very important, you guys. If I would have leveraged, let's say, the Vivid Voltage. Let's say I put on a credit card, took me 12 months to pay off, paying interest on each month. I paid it off, though now I own it. All of a sudden, my investment cost me $1,000, and I'd be down $300. And not only that, you guys have to think about, how do I get rid of this later on? Shipping costs money. All that stuff costs money later on. You have to think about, how do I get, eventually you have to sell it. How do I do that? How to do that? All that stuff, which I will go over in other videos if you guys want to hear about that. Yes, so I kept on buying and buying and buying, and I had to make a lot of mistakes, and I bought a lot of stuff that is still pretty idle, but I mean, I still have it, you know what I mean? There's some things I wish I would have bought more of and less of course, and I will show more items I have, of course, later on, because I don't want to make this video too long. But the point of this video is, if you want to invest in Pokemon, do your research. You don't have to be rich to do it. I had almost nothing when I started. I turned a small investment, a $2,000 investment, into 6 figures in 3 years, just by buying and sitting. I don't sit there and flip. I'm not saying it's bad to sit there and buy stuff and flip at a certain amount. You make 20% and you sell it and buy more stuff. That works for a lot of people. But for me personally, I buy, sit, and forget. I will tell you all about that more in other videos, but you don't have to sit there and invest. You don't have to go buy a full case at a time. That's a lot of money, especially nowadays in the recession. You could buy one booster box. Right now at Scarlet Violet, they're going for about $90 each. You could buy one a month, one a week, one every 2 weeks, and just put it away. Out of sight, out of mind. Forget about it. It's just a savings. Even if it doesn't go up, it's a savings for you. And yeah, it sucks if it doesn't go up in 2 years, but it's something that's real go up. There is no booster box in history of Pokemon that hasn't gone up. It's a process. What I recommend, I'll have to make another video of that because this video is probably already super long. It's probably like 15 minutes. What I recommend, I'll make a video of what I would invest in, what I'm investing in, and how I do all that, how I store it, and all of that. That's also, you gotta think about how you're gonna store it. It's, if you do it right, you will make money. You will be successful, but it takes time. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. So if you guys want more of these videos, let me know. I would love to talk more about how it all works, storing what I invest in, how I store it, what I do with everything, how I calculate everything, how I do everything. I would love to break it down for you guys, but that's more. It's gonna take multiple videos. Yes, if you guys want to see more videos, just comment. If you guys have any questions of what I do, everything else, just let me know. Anyways, you guys have a beautiful night. Happy Friday and be safe. Good night.